Wow, what a year. 2019, 180 days in. What is going on? Well, I must say, 2019 was quite a year. When you're going to work and plan your career out and you think you have everything in line and what you want to do and everything seems to be set up, everything kind of comes shaking down. We once had a house, sold it, sold everything we had. Now we're in this camper as a family on the road camp hosting, and we're loving every minute of it. And I couldn't say this last year. We had all this happen within 7 months, and we're now out 180 days on the road, living every day. We're live,
Hey y'all,
180 days in, 2019 in review.
what have we done so far?
Exactly. If you're in the wrong too, got some merch, maybe. I don't know. Just kidding. Anyway, we're in Dames Ferry, Juliet, Georgia, right now. So we're camp hosting. Just gonna give you some updates on where we've been and what we've been experiencing and what we got planned for the future. So far, 2019, it's been a year. I'm telling you.
A lot of changes, lots been happening.
As you can see from our past videos, if you've been watching, didn't lost, but we got rid of the life that we knew, and now we have a different one. That's pretty fun. It's exciting, but as you can tell, we're living in this camper right now. We purchased it back in March last year, just on the plan to get into a bigger camper to start thinking about moving out and going out and actually experiencing this for real. But a few months later, after March, of course, resigned from our jobs. Thankful we got the camper early enough to start getting experience and using it. So that was a blessing in disguise.
It absolutely was.
Like I said, we left the life we knew in Florida. We both enjoyed the beaches and the area in the Panhandle. Still have friends down there. That's still our home base, as you want to call it. Um, but the fishing and just the different things we did around there, and hockey games in Pensacola, to taking trips to Alabama, Mississippi, seeing friends. We did a lot of even traveling around that area before we took on this lifestyle. Is something else right now. That's all I can say. Started camp hosting, as you can tell in past videos. We in Baker. We started out down there, just getting our feet wet with what camp hosting was and what we were going to do. We had no idea when this happened last year that we'd be doing this camp hosting, but it's worked out quite well for us. Got to go to Tennessee, 5 days in Raccoon Mountain,
In Chattanooga, and
Rock
saw a
City,
lot of sights, and Lookout Mountain, and
Rock City, and what's the other thing up there we went and saw? There's different things like Snoopers Rock that we got to go see.
Snoopers Rock,
That was awesome.
Ruby Falls, Cloudland Canyon in North Georgia.
Yep. It was that's some of the things, and we've got to go to some Georgia football games up here. As you can see in my videos, I'm a Georgia fan, so we got to go up there and hang out and do some tailgates. Went to a couple games this year. We went to go to an Ice Dogs hockey game.
That was fun.
That was fun. That was good. It was just good to go to the campus on a non-regular football day. All I knew was what it was like in Athens on a Saturday in football. But during the week, kids in college, everybody's doing what they got to do. The town still.
It was
Athens,
hectic.
Yeah, it was awesome to get to go to that hockey game. We got to go to some high school football games in Georgia with my dad. We got to go to a high school game down in Baker. My son's going to school now. We got to go watch one of their high school games while we were in there in Baker. And then once we got up here to this area, we've traveled Warner Robins, saw Air Museum, went to the Warner Robins Air Force Base. Kids got to see a lot of history, and that's a big place down there, like 4 hangars full of aircraft, and just all kind of history with if you're in the aircraft and those type of things and the past wars and what we've been involved with. It's something to take in and take your time. It may take you a couple of days to go see it.
Definitely.
Went bowling over there on base. We've done things in Warner Robins area. We drove to Savannah the other weekend on a New Year's Day. We drove to Savannah and spent the day.
And that was definitely something you can't do in one day.
No, you may want to take 2. So, but we were on about 2.5, 3 hours from here. So we try to take in what we can around here. We got to go to, and here in Juliet, there's the Whistle Stop Cafe and the whole Fried Green Tomato tomatoes movie. There's the shop, all the local
Mm-hmm.
shops in there, they sell in their merchandise, but it's still just something to, if you're interested, if you know that movie at all, it's pretty fun to go to that little town and check it out.
Tawanda.
It's hilarious. That was awesome. But we have some big trips planned for this year. Here we are. We're looking at going to Disney here pretty soon. The kids are excited. We're going to try that Camp Wilderness. I've seen a lot of good and bad with that. I know it's spendy.
The kids are excited. I'm
I'm
excited.
excited. It's going to be fun. We got after that, my nephew's in Tampa. We're going to stop by and see them on the way out, and then go back up to Baker, Florida, and camp host for a little bit in March. After that, we're out west of the grandkids in Nebraska, South Dakota area. That's going to be a big trip planned for next summer. This summer, we're already in 2020, of course. So Happy New Year, by the way. A little late on that, but oh yeah, so some big plans out there.
Another camp host spot in South Georgia when we return.
Yep, that'd be good. And then our next winter, this winter coming up, we're planning on staying in Gulf Shores, Alabama. We're going to go a little further south this winter. This winter up in even middle Georgia, almost to North Georgia, it's been a little cold, especially we've been in Florida for this long. So we prove all our parks that we've been to. If you see our video on our channel, we have every park we've been to. We do a full review on it. I'm going to do one here soon on this park before we leave here at Dames Ferry in Juliet, Georgia, on a almost 4,000 acre lake with about 28 spots. And every one of them has a water view, so you'll get to see that when I make that video.
Beautiful views.
It's beautiful. For right now, like at the 180 days in, I mean, we've come to a routine now. It's just like being in a normal house. We're up. We got school. We got camp posting days we're on and we're off. Our sleep work schedules. I mean that's what we do. I mean, this is part of our life now, and it's come to be just like it was if you were driving to work on a normal schedule, a normal job, 9 to 5. So we get to see all these different sites we're talking about, and we get to experience different things, which I love, and the planning trips. So it's pretty nice. Days of rain. Today's a rainy day. That's why we're filming inside. There's no way to put this. It's just miserable when it rains. To me,
especially for days on end.
the first 7 days we were here, it rained 5, I think, out of 7, and 2 days were just beyond that. It was unbelievable. So that's just one thing I have to do it. So entertainment, we have streaming TV. I've had Dish Tailgater. It works in different areas as long as you're not around a bunch of trees. It's a month-to-month subscription for camping packages. It's a pretty good deal. YouTube TV, like I said, there's many options for streaming TV as long as you have an internet signal. So with all that being said, we've actually had, real life still happens on the road.
Real life.
Yeah. Poison ivy, you'll see pictures on here. We both got it. I transferred it to her, trying to help the campers. The rangers cut down a tree. They got me. It got to her. Got
allergic reactions. It was fun.
Knee dislocations. Trying to find doctors. Knee issues. Broken glasses. You name it. Life happens on the road. So we still keep our regular doctors back in Florida for the most part. So what we do is we plan trips and knock out many appointments at one time. We try to anyway. So we had a trip in December. We actually booked a hotel in our hometown where our home base is. Had an outpatient procedure done.
At the hospital.
Yep, 3 doctor visits.
An allergy shot.
On about 36-hour period, we were in town. It's about a 5-hour drive for us, almost 6 to get there. So we just try to knock out as much as we can when we can and plan it. Time is crucial, I guess, and time management skills, I guess you could say. So we're on mostly 4 days on and 4 days off here when you're camp hosting. So you have days that you can go take care of things. And with that being said, we're making friends with a bunch of camp hosts. I mean, we still drive around to see people we've worked with here recently, and some from my hometown.
Camp hosts and campers. And
oh yeah.
Met all kinds of people that I think we'll always remember.
Oh yeah, keep in touch always. But that being said, we required internet for school, and I'm back in school now, and youngest one in doing online school. You have to have internet. It can be tough. It's where you're going to be at and where you're located at. You got to see where you're going, and we have an OTR mobile device, and we also have a backup device called the Sapphire Hotspot. It's global, but you have to put on by the gigs, and it costs by the gig, so it's not the most beneficial or the most economical, but it's a backup. It's
very expensive, but it definitely works good.
Yeah, but the OTR mobile, we have to, like I think it's AT&T Towers. It's a $60 unlimited long as you can get a signal anywhere, that's how we run that's how we do our day to day and day out, streaming TVs or whatever we have to do with school. So we plan trips. With that being said, we have to get online and plan. You'll see, I'll throw up a little snapshot. RV Trip Wizard was turned on by me by, I think it was Changing Lanes, another channel we watch on YouTube. He used it. You can plan out your trips. You put your heights of your rig in. You can put your miles per gallon in for your vehicle. You can pick camp places and put out like these. It has a little, basically like the big circles, 150 miles out, 200 miles out. It highlights different camp spots, whether you're Passport America or whatever you want to do. That's what you can figure out where you want to stop.
Absolutely.
So that's what we use. There's other thing called Trucker Path. I say it's interesting, but I mean, if you're up and you pull your phone up when you're traveling, it has big areas to pull in for truckers that pull in. So you got somewhere to get off the road if you have to. And there's other ones out there, iOverlander, Gas Buddy, Military RV app for military, different fam camps out there. Just whatever suits you for your planning purposes. That's a couple that we use that I've liked so far, and you definitely have to plan. It's very important. As most full-timers recommended, we agree too. It's like 4 hours a day, maybe 200 miles or so. It's according to where you're going and what kind of traffic you're in, but that's as far as we want to travel.
Traveling from South Georgia to Tennessee, around Atlanta
That was too much. I'm telling you right now, that was way too much for me. So that's over 300 miles plus the traffic. I don't recommend it. Everybody asks all the YouTubers and what we do when you're out doing this type of full-time RVing and how do you make a living. I'm not millionaires. We're not millionaires.
No.
We learn to live with less, place priorities on food and clothing, and enjoying the trips that we take and the plan and where we're going to go. That's what we put any income that we have. That's what we put it to.
Absolutely.
I mean, we go to yard sale. We're not yard sales, but like flea markets, wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, just look at it. We'll keep going because we have nowhere to put it.
Nope.
Can't carry it. So I'm military retired and a veteran, back in school. It gives me the opportunity to do what I'm doing right now. So you have to have some type of income. I know people work from the road, and that's my long-term plan is while I'm back in school, to get me a job that I can do from home, from the road, and actually work for myself. That's my long-term goal. But you got to have something. If you got the money, do what you're gonna do. But
absolutely,
you got to have some kind of income. I don't know. Coupled with camp hosting, like I said, in the military pension, highly recommend have minimal bills. I would not have, that's a ton of bills unless you got tons of money. I mean, we have less bills. Less allows us to do what we're doing right now.
Less is more.
Yeah, exactly. So planning trips is the most fun. We don't know what's going to be at the next place, a location, wherever we go. We don't have any idea, and that's the beauty of it. We don't know. We just take it and enjoy it as we go. We want to share it with you guys.
We find joy in our journey.
Find joy in the journey, and that's for sure. I know we talked a lot. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, maybe we'll get some merch out if you guys want some. You can hardly see my hat here. Trimmed the wrong too. We got a couple of hats my aunt made. Edna, she's got a sewing machine and helped us out. We appreciate it. Got it for Christmas. We're going to be continuing to do what we do right now.
Absolutely.
As long as we can do it. I think so. We'll see you on the road.
Bye.
Bye.